forget to take out the trash.
Yeah, in a minute. It better not be that guy selling Encyclopedia Britannica again. Radical. Now this is a book I can get excited about. Hey guys, I'm excited to say that my copy of Radical Rick, the complete episodes, has finally landed on my doorstep. Let's unbox this treasure and see what all the excitement's about. And man, just check out the packaging here. It's really sick. Damian really raised the bar on this one. Look at all these doodles on here. We've got Radical Rick, we've got MX Mug, we've got Spike Speedwrench, we've even got a Skuzzer Switchblade in the Attack-a-Lack. He's really captured the essence of the series here. This is really awesome. Nice. Man, this book has some real weight to it. It kind of reminds me of one of those old Encyclopedia Britannica volumes. Some real heft there, right? But unlike those old dust gatherers.
Look at this. I always wondered where my mandibula was.
This isn't packed full of stuffy facts that I never use. Nope, this is the kind of history that I can really dive into. All the BMX action from the 80s with Radical Rick that we were so stoked on back in the day. Every page of this is a burst of nostalgia. Pure BMX and comic book adrenaline, the way we remember it. No mandibulas here, just good old pedal to the metal storytelling. Mm-hmm. Before we dive in deeper, let's take a moment to talk about Radical Rick, who was created by the incredibly talented Damian Fulton. The comic series is a high-octane ride through BMX culture, starting back in 1979 and going all the way through 1993 in the pages of the BMX Plus magazine. The story kicks off with our fearless BMX rider Radical Rick, whose larger-than-life adventures with his crew captures the soul of the 80s BMX scene. It's a wild ride through triumphs, wipeouts, and the unbreakable bonds of friendship. In these pages, we meet rivals like Skuzzer Switchblade, the embodiment of envy and ambition against Rick's cool. Their duels are as much a part of the comic's charm as the death-defying BMX stunts. And then we've got MX Mug and Spike Speedwrench, who are scattered throughout the series. They're a dynamic duo of comedy and ingenuity. They bring laughs and last-minute saves that keep the wheels spinning and the stories engaging. And what's rad about this collection is that you're not just reliving the glory of Rick's rise to BMX fame, but you're also getting a glimpse into the era through the eyes of a true artist. And Damian Fulton's work isn't just about the BMX sport itself. It's also a commentary on the times of the era, and it's full of humor and satire and some really gnarly illustrations that just pop off the page. So whether you're an old school BMX bandit or you're new to the scene, this book's got something for everybody. It's not just a comic, it's really a slice of BMX history and a testament to the sport's impact on culture and the kids who lived it. So now let's get back to this epic compilation. As you're flipping through the pages, you'll find chapters that are dedicated to kind of each year or every couple years of Rick's saga. And it makes it easy to follow the evolution of the story and the art. And let me tell you, the colors in this book, they're about as vibrant as the 80s themselves. It's just really cool to flip through these. Each chapter marks a new era in the Radical Rick universe. You can see the styles change, the storylines grow bolder, and the stunts even get a bit more outrageous towards the end of the book. And it's like watching the history of BMX unfold right before your eyes. And check this out, guys. We've got cameos from BMX legends like Eddie Fiola here, Toby Henderson, as well as Stu Thompson and a few others that are scattered throughout the book. And these appearances aren't just cool Easter eggs. They're Fulton's nod to the real-life heroes of the sport, kind of intertwining the fact and fiction in the best possible way. And talking about fiction here, I thought this was funny, with this cell that just kind of popped out to me, but we've got Smurfs and Miss Piggy and Kermit and He-Man, and maybe that's Dennis the Menace there, and Snoopy and Mr. T. I just love all of these pop culture references that are just spread out throughout the book. And then scattered throughout the book are a bunch of really cool personal touches. I especially like these single-page stories from some of the most prominent figures in the BMX industry. And they add a really cool personal touch with some of their kind of unique anecdotes and just kind of reconnect you back to the era and the heart of BMX. Damian clearly put a lot of work into ensuring that this book was going to be the best quality possible. It's got these thick, glossy pages that make each comic strip kind of just leap off the page. And it's not just about the visuals, too. The paper quality itself, the binding, the book is just really solid. It's built to last, just like the memories that it's preserving. So yeah, this book was a limited run. Only 400 copies were made, and they sold faster than a fresh set of tires on race day. Damian said that about half of them sold within like the first hour or so, and then I think the second half were sold out within the next day or two. So these went really quickly. He did have 2 editions. He had just a standard edition like I've got here, and then a deluxe edition, which is basically the same book, but he autographed it for you, and then there were some extra goodies packed in there with it. But yeah, they're all sold out now. But he has mentioned on his social like Instagram account that he's considering doing another run, maybe like a paperback edition or something like that. So if you're interested in it, then I highly recommend you go hit him up on his social media accounts and let him know that you're interested, so he can get a gauge of demand, and maybe he'll decide to do another run, because these are awesome. You won't regret it if you get one. In the meantime, I've got some serious reading to do here, and this isn't just a collection, it's a time machine, and I'm about to take a rad trip back into the 80s.
You ever come across anything like time travel? Easy.
And like I said earlier, it's cool that this isn't just about the sport itself. It's also kind of just like a take on pop culture from the 80s as well. And flipping through here, I saw some really cool references to things like Mr. T and Ronald Reagan and his jelly beans, and even Ollie North is in here. And so I'm really looking forward to diving in here and kind of revisiting the 80s from a fresh perspective. And so yeah, that's it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider hitting the like button or subscribing. Do you remember Radical Rick back in the day? Did you get those BMX Plus magazines and kind of go straight to the comics section? If so, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.